Hello? Can anybody see me? Okay, because I'm not in the main picture, but that's okay. Um, my first time doing this. How many people here have been working with Amber Meyer in the AHA Academy? Raise your hands. Okay, there's a few people that are blacked out. So my talk, how it was put up was to uh, talk to people who are interested in joining the academy, but really didn't know too much about it. And then I'm going to go into the topic of your soul's awakening, living from your divine center of love to become your true, authentic self. My name is Theresa Parks. A lot of you have seen me around. Um, haven't been talking a whole lot because I've been going through a really deep mother wound that I just acknowledged. Maybe it was there, maybe I never saw it. And it's really opened my eyes. So um, it's still fresh, um, but I'm working through it. Now, a lot of you may not know, but I do have a business called Shining Light Healing and Wellness. It's just got on its feet. I got my website launched thanks to Amber's backing and Matt for helping me. Um, it's been a work of love. Took about 10 years from infant thoughts to really get going and getting the confidence to do it. I graduated from Amber's class a couple of years ago, so I'm an Akashic Record or Akashic Angel Healing, excuse me, an Akashic Record reader and angel healer. And I'm also a level 3 Reiki master in Holy Fire. Um, in my practice, I inspire and nature spiritual awakening in my clients through the power of the Akashic records and the healing love of the archangels. My clients are usually those people who they just got into spirituality. They don't know who they are. They don't know who to trust. I kind of call it like getting lost in the spiritual cosmic soup. Um, and we all know when we first started, maybe a lot of us were like this. Oh yeah, I want to get into spirituality. So what do? We grab some books. Maybe we go to some few psychic fairs. And then what we acknowledge is there's all kinds of like subdivisions to the spirituality. Some are card readers, some are healers, uh, some are intuitives. It's can be overwhelming. So a lot of times these people out there that are searching for spirituality will just go from like reader, class to class, trying to find something that sticks. It's like throwing spaghetti against the wall. Maybe if you throw it at the right time, it'll stick and you'll find your match. Well, the clients that I get are clients that are a little wary. They're looking for spirituality. So I guide them through their journey with my compassionate guidance and healing. The big thing I teach them is to love their shadow self. And that was really, really hard for me because I was not the best person. If you probably would have saw me 20 years ago, you wouldn't have recognized me. Revenge was my big thing. You make me hurt, I make you double hurt. You know, um, how to break free of their self-limiting patterns. When you think, I ain't good enough, I can't do this. My mom always told me I couldn't do this. Um, and just learn to love themselves and forgive themselves because that's one of the big things we all have to do. Love ourselves, forgive ourselves. Once we get that down, then we can continue on our spiritual path. But for me, that was been the big block. So my goal is to bring these kind of shattered individuals into one whole enlightened person, and give them and let them teach them how to live a life of love, compassion, and forgiveness. And if that's the three things we can take away today, is love, compassion, and forgiveness. When I get a new client, the first thing I do is, when I prepare them for their spiritual journey, as I teach them how to live in your heart space, um, or it's been known as the divine center of love, a big title. I like heart space better. And how I define heart space um, is what we were before life got to us. And we all know the commercials of these little 4 and 5 year olds. We're playing um, on the playground, and they're hugging each other and kissing each other and holding hands and sharing. And it's just one big love fest. And that's what I feel our true authentic self is. But then life happened to us. Some people got into homes that were very caring, really stressed compassion and love and forgiveness. But I think that was pretty rare. Most of us got into homes that maybe were abusive, that maybe were controlling. We were taught, like, how to think, what to think, what kind of life we were going to live, who we should befriend, what kind of God to worship, how to worship him. It was just a life of control, sometimes negative, being negative. And so when you're in your true authentic self, you're living life your way, the life you're destined to live, without any outside influence or coercion. So during my program, I will lead you on a simple meditation that'll that'll give you the tools to help you live in your heart space. But before I go into my presentation, I would like to give you just a small part of my journey into transformation. Um, Before I entered into AHA, I was kind of like everybody else in the world. The big thing, I always berated myself for my mistakes, for the ones I did, for the ones I thought I did. I mean, those were the good ones. The ones that I didn't do, I still beat myself up for not being perfect. I was the queen of self-sabotage, and also blaming other people for how I felt, my emotions. It was always somebody else, never me, because I was perfect. So basically, I was living a life of fear, judgment, and insecurity. Even though I was lost and unhappy, I knew deep in my heart there was something else. And that word was spirituality. So I'm going on my journey, like a lot of people did, take a lot of classes, go to psychic fairs, throw the spaghetti on against the wall, see what's going to stick for me. I had good teachers, good training, but no connection. Um, they were busy. They had multiple classes going on. They were into teaching because that was their moneymaker. And I don't want that to feel mean, but I kind of felt that's how it was. They had to make money to survive. So we were, I don't want to say fish in a barrel, but we were there to support them. And what we got out of training, we got out of training. And then um, I got to the point where I said, guides, angels, just help. I want to do this, but give me throw me a bone here. Show me somebody who could be my mentor. And Amber's face literally popped in my mind about this huge. It was huge. And I'd known her for years. I mean, she was my go-to healer. I would go to her when I went to the center, and she would heal me, answer my questions. I would leave her, and I felt good. And I was like, okay, I feel good about my choice. And I started taking her classes, small classes at first. individualized classes. And then what I noticed, the positive effects that those classes had on me, I knew Amber was the one. So when we talked about joining AHA, signed up for it. Simple as that. And when the biggest problem that I had in my before I met Amber was I didn't have um I did not trust what I got. I didn't have any faith in myself. I didn't believe in my abilities. So, I'd get messages sometimes. I wasn't really growing. I was kind of like, I guess you could say, spinning your wheels, walking in place. I was in the same place over and over again. But then when I entered into AHA, Amber, and I got to know Amber, I found out she believed in me. And because she believed in me, I believed in myself, which I was thinking about that the other day. And I said, why is that as humans? We don't, most of us won't believe in ourselves until somebody else does. Somebody else shows us the way. Someone says, you're this great person. I believe in you. You should believe in yourself. And that's just like, okay, I believe in me. So, and because of that, I started gaining traction. I started becoming more spiritual. My gifts got bigger. And I can say now that all my growth that has happened in the last 3 to 4 years has been Amber. Without her, I wouldn't be sitting here. So thank you, Amber, for everything you've done for me. And I'm going to take a sip of water because when I speak, I get very dry. So now we'll get back to our program. The soul's awakening, living from your divine center of love to become your true, authentic self. Yeah, I've said it before. Your divine center of love. It's a big word for your heart space. And it's physically, like Sam said, it's right here. It's not your real heart because that's in the middle of your chest, but it's here where your heart chakra is. It all encompasses it. And when we open that up, at least when I do, I mean, I just feel so light. It's like anything that was weighing me down is gone. And my heart space is huge. It's like it just envelops my whole body. And when we start to live in this heart space, you're going to feel light and free and alive. You'll have a deeper connection to the qualities associated, with your heart chakra: unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness, empathy. Those are the qualities you'll start to live your life in. So when you start to live in your heart, and then when you live in your heart space, all that programming is gone. You're free and open to start living the life that the universe brought you down here to do. What I say that you were destined to do. You're going to have compassion and love and forgiveness for yourself and others. You're going to experience the joy of accepting who you really are. And we're going to become more generous. We're going to give without expecting anything in return. And we find that our lives become more balanced mentally and physically. And we'll have less stress and anxiety in our life. All those stress and anxiety due to control issues or trying to be who we were supposed to be, what someone told us to be, it's gone now. What With this open slate, with our heart space being clear, what we were meant to be is going to come out and we can start to live that. And we'll have deep and meaningful relationships based on trust and connection. No more frivolous things, no more dating somebody because they got a cool car, they got money, they got social status. It's because we have a connection with them and we trust them. Now, this is a great heart, the heart space is really great, sounds great. Okay, Why don't we live there? Because most of us, again, have been trained to live in our headspace. And when we live in the headspace, we're going to experience anxiety, stress, fear, imbalance, insecurity, self judgment, loathing, and of course, continuing to blame others for your failure. And I'm sure that this sounds familiar for a lot of people. And especially if you're new, you'd probably say, well, gosh, that's kind of sort of how I always live my life. Uh, been like that for years now. So, what we're going to do is before we go into meditation, um, is there anything that anybody would like to say about if they were in their living in their headspace, were they able to get out of it? Or those that live in their heart space now or can enter into it when they need to, how do they feel? And you can just put your chats in the comment there. And unfortunately, I know a lot of this material is overlapping with what Sam said. So I did not want to repeat too much of what she said. So um, this could be a shorter session, but we can talk more. Maybe after the meditation, we can do more in the meditation. So with this meditation, um, I'll be working with two powerful archangels, Zadkiel and Chamuel. Now, Zadkiel means righteous of God. I see him as male. Color is purple. His stone or crystals are amethyst and lapis lazuli. And he's associated with the crown chakra. He's the angel of mercy and benevolence. He's the angel that if we want to have a deep connection of compassion and empathy for others, he's the angel we go to. He will also show us how to let go of judgment and unforgiveness and have the ability to forgive ourselves and others. So if you want to think of him as the forgiving angel, you can think of him that way. He will also assist us in releasing negative emotions and past traumas. Now, Ezekiel heals with the violet flame, and this is a powerful, invisible spiritual energy that's used as a tool of transformation, cleansing, and healing. It's believed to transmute negative energies, thoughts, and emotions into positive, uplifting energy, helping to purify and heal on the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. So when you work with Zadkiel, you can facilitate transformation, spiritual growth, and liberation from all your past traumas. So he is a great angel for transformation and learning how to forgive. The next angel that I will be dealing with is Chamuel. His name means he who sees God. He's also known as the angel of peace. Now, some people see male, some people see female. I get more female vibes from Chamuel. The color is pink. Uh, the quartz or the stones that are uh, associated with Chamuel are rose quartz, fluorite, and rhodonite. And of course, heart chakra is the chakra that he's most highly associated with. Chamuel is considered the angel of love, compassion, and emotional healing. He is revered for his ability to mend broken hearts, heal troubled relationships, and to foster an environment of peace and harmony. He can also assist you in releasing the past hurt and trauma that's in your heart. And he can expand the flame of love in your heart. So he's a good one. If, a bad relationship, you've got a lot of trauma, Chami will come in there, clear all that out for you. With his presence, you can find inner peace and strengthen relationships, bring harmony and unconditional love into your life. Has anybody had any experience working with these two angels? And if so, if you'd like to put it down in the comments, or if you want to talk, that's great. And this is my very first Zoom meeting, so forgive me for not getting into the comments. But take a look here. Yeah, a lot of people have lived in their headspace, but have figured out their heart space is where they need to be. And one person wrote, I've lived in my headspace for as long as I can remember. It's hard to move out or know when I'm in my body instead of my head. Well, this meditation you can do, it'll help you with that. And of course, like I've said, nobody has a path that continuously goes forward. We'll go forward, we'll take a few steps back, and then we go forward again. And there's many different, depending on the situation in your life, many different archangels that you can call on. And hey, and sometimes I'll do this too. If I'm not actively studying all the archangels, I forget who does what sometimes. So I'll just say, Archangel Michael, just send me somebody to do the job. It can be as simple as that. It doesn't have to be hard. I think sometimes we get so caught up in processes when we do our everyday life, because we know we got to clock in at a certain time for get to work, for our lunch. We have a program that maybe we have to run that has so many detailed steps to it that we start to live our life like that. And it's just like, let go, let the universe take over, and just say, send me help. I'll take any angel that you can give me. I'm open and I'll receive the love and help I need. Sam, did you want to say something, or because I know you had raised your hand?
Or I was just saying that I had worked with them. Yeah.
Okay,
I
excellent.
enjoy working with them and any of the angels.
Excellent, good. Um, yes, I do enjoy them. They've teach, they've taught me so much. Um, and they can be a bit of a clown sometimes. So again, in spirituality, it's not all so serious. And when you think it's all so serious, like, oh my God, when I opened up my Akashic records, I didn't say this word. I forgot it. It's probably not going to work. Yeah, it will work. It's your intention. Set your intention. And that is so important when we're dealing with our lives. Set our intentions. So to start this meditation, I want you to get comfortable in your chair. I want you to close your eyes. If you want to turn off your video, that's fine. I've done that in the past. And I want you to start to take slow, deep breaths. And I want you to breathe in slowly and deeply, and breathe out slowly and completely. We'll be grounding through breath for this exercise. So breathe in and breathe out, and breathe in and breathe out. And when you breathe in, I want you to breathe in the energy of the universe. Let it energize you, let it cleanse you. And as you breathe out, I want you to breathe out what no longer serves you. Get rid of any negative emotions you're carrying from work today, any anxiety or anger. Get rid of everything and anything that no longer serves your highest good. When you find that in your body, just let it pass out. Just let it leave your body. Breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out. Now that we're calm and centered, I want you to breathe normally. And with your eyes still closed, I want you to focus where your awareness is. Can you feel it? Is it in your body? Is it in your head? Is it outside of your body, just above your head? For many people, their awareness will be in their mind or floating outside of their bodies. Just take a moment to breathe and to discover where your awareness is located. Now, if you find that your awareness is already in your heart space, that's great. I just want you to sit there calmly in your heart space and feel the love, peace, and compassion that can be found in this sacred space. However, if you find that your awareness is not in your heart space, I want you to take a deep breath. Imagine that you're looking at it. Give it a shape, a ball, a football, whatever you need to do. And I want you to imagine that you're going to pull your awareness down into your heart space. You can do it by any means you want to. You could use a rope, wrap it in a rope, pull it down. You could use a pair of hands to sit and slowly guide it into your heart space. But anything that you need to do that to get into your heart space. Now, some people will put a hand over their heart space, and that will help activate their heart chakra, and that just makes them easier to find that sacred space, your heart space. Now, once you're in your heart space, pay attention to how your body feels. Do you feel lighter? Do you feel freer? Did your energy shift? And if so, how did it shift? Can you actually see your heart space? And if you can, how big is it? What color is it? Does your heart space vibrate with energy? Or is it quiet and still? Or are there things that you just know about your heart space? Well, in your heart space, are you experiencing any emotions? And if you are, what kind of emotions? Do you feel more loving and compassionate? Or are your emotions fearful and worrisome? Are you experiencing any thoughts while in your heart space? If yes, then what kind of thoughts are you having? Are they loving and supportive thoughts? Or are they all the exact opposite? Are they negative thoughts about yourself or others? If you find that you have negative thoughts, feelings, or emotions, don't be ashamed of them. Simply acknowledge them. Thank them for the protection they've given you in the past. Explain to these negative feelings and emotions that they are now just no longer needed. Next, I'm going to ask Archangel Zadkiel to come into your heart space and to remove any energy and emotions that no longer serve your highest good. Archangel Zadkiel, I ask you to go into the heart space of all the attendees of this seminar and to release your violet flame of transformation into their sacred space. Please heal all negative thoughts and emotions, past hurts and trauma that you may find there, and heal their heart space with your violet flame. Please send this flame to every inch of their heart space to completely heal this area. I ask you to enlarge their heart space and to fill it with empathy and forgiveness for themselves and for others. Please give them the ability to learn how to let go of judgment and unforgiveness and to transform their lives into one of peace and acceptance. Next, I'm going to ask Archangel Shamiel to come in and to work in our heart space. Archangel Shamiel, I want you to go into the heart space of all these attendees of this seminar and to fill the sacred space with peace and love and compassion and harmony. Please mend any broken hearts or heal any troubled relationships that you may find in their heart space. Help these attendees to release any past hurts or traumas that may be present in this sacred space. Please expand their heart's internal flame of love so that it completely fills their entire heart space and facilitates their necessary spiritual transformation. Now I'm going to sit for a few minutes and let Archangel Chamiel and Zadkiel work on your heart space and to heal. Now, once your space is cleared and healed of any unwanted energy or thoughts, I want you to simply stay in your sacred space for a moment and feel all the love and peace and compassion that resides there. This feeling of love, compassion, empathy, this feeling that we should be living our daily life in lets us be freer and lets us live the life that our true authentic self wants us to. Now, as I end this meditation, I want everyone to please give gratitude and praise and thanks to both Archangel Zadkiel and Chamuel for the healing that you have received from them today. Thank them for cleansing your heart space and feeling it full of love and compassion. This meditation is now ending. Please slowly open your eyes and bring your consciousness back to your body. You can take a few minutes to do this. We're in no rush. When you're ready, just open your eyes or turn your camera on. Amber said she was excited to work with Zadkiel and Chamuel. So I hope it was a successful effort for you. So how are we feeling? Are we feeling lighter, freer, more open? You can write that in the comments. I see a lot of shining, smiling faces. Again, this is a simple meditation, um, something you could do every morning. Just when you have your daily meditation, invite them in, clear out your heart space. Now, was there somebody that any that didn't get into their heart space? Because that can be normal if you've never done it. I mean, I was a girl that would go to shamanic journeying classes and fall asleep. I'd lay on the floor and I was gone. So um, don't feel discouraged. Sometimes, and even when I started to get into my heart space, it took me a while. Um, it was frustrating. I just had to believe in myself that I could do it, and I got to the finish line. So, and of course, the more you practice, the faster and easier you can get into it. Um, so if you need to, if you're in a situation at work, you see a horrible accident, somebody really pisses you off, just settle down, ground real quick, take a few breaths, and ask for help. Zadkiel, Chamuel, remove the hurt, remove the trauma, and it can get you back into living a positive life. So again, and I was telling Amber, there's 3 words that from this presentation that I would really like you to remember is love, forgiveness, and compassion. So if those are the only 3 things that you took away from today, I would be extremely happy. So thank you for allowing me to come here. You were my first audience. Following Sam, even though I got a lot of confidence, you were a really hard act to follow. Just, just laying it all out there. I'm going, goodness gracious. Okay, I can do this. So again, I know I was the anchor for this seminar. I would like to thank everybody who came today. And yes, I do have a free gift for you. It is a modification of this medication of this meditation that I did. See, pharmacist comes out. I'm a pharmacist in real life. It just came out of my mouth that way. And it's not the same. If you want to get a copy of this, I can send that to you too. I do have a website, myshininglight.com, and my email is Theresa@myshininglight.com. So, and thank you everybody that wrote in the comments. I didn't acknowledge you all, and I apologize, just new to this, but I'm glad that I really was able to help some of you out there. And hey, you got any questions? Give me an email. I'll get back to you. And thank you for everybody that showed up. And thank you for everybody who may listen to this on a replay. And handing it off to Amber.
Thank you so much, Theresa, for sharing your magic with us tonight. And I want to thank each and every one of the luminaries over these last 3 days for coming on and just so generously sharing your heart, your energy, your magic. And I know that I personally received so much healing from this. I think actually, Cheryl, you're here. I can say this is you. We had a session and you're like, who heals Amber? Who gives Amber healing sessions? And I was just like, oh, you got a point there. I'm not doing that as much as I should. And so I know I feel personally just really blessed from all the insights and the healing that I've received. And it's just such a powerful reminder to take this time for ourselves and really be able to get the insights, the guidance, the healing for ourselves regularly. And it's just such a sacred pause. And, you know, this week's all been about the soul awakening. And really, without that pause, without that connection, without this community with each other, it would be just so much more difficult to be able to go on this journey, maybe even impossible. I don't know. So I am so thankful for everyone who have joined each day, whether you've been able to come to one session or all 6, or if you're catching the replays. We're thrilled that you've been able to take this time with us. All of us don't take it for granted. We all know how hard it is to take 15 minutes out of a day, and you know, so many of you have been here for all the sessions all week, and we are just so grateful for that. I'm so glad you've come and been able to witness the beautiful magic that I get to see in these luminaries every single week. So I'm really blessed with the work that I get to do. And thank you so much for being here. I will make sure that you all have the replays. I'll make sure you all have links to the beautiful gifts that each one of these luminaries has to share with you. And for some reason you can't find it or you don't get it, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'd be very happy to send that over to you. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week, and we will be excited to share another Soul Awakening Summit to share more magic with you soon. Good night, everyone.
Good night.